Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Right now I'm going to talk about Percy Bysshe Shelley. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Nurjana. I'm from the class English Literature 2019 from Mulawarman University. And today I'm going to talk four topics. The first, the author's biography, and there are the author's era, works of the author, and the last, intrinsic element. Percy Bysshe Shelley is the prominent romantic poet in British and one of the prominent romantic poets in the 19th century. He is best known for a lyrical and long form of his works. Shelley retreated into his imagination, and within a year he had published two novels and two volumes of poetry. In addition to long poetry, Shelley also began writing political pamphlets, which she distributed via hot air balloons, glass bottles, and paper boats. And in 1812, he made the hero and mentor of the published period, the radical politics William Godwin, author of Political Justice. Next to Perseid. He was born August 4, 1792, raised in the English countryside in the village of Broadbridge Heath, outside West Sussex. His parents were Timothy Shelley, bodyguard and member of Parliament, and Elizabeth Pilfold. Shelley left home at the age of 10 to study at Shone House Academy. Then 2 years later, he enrolled at Eton College. And about Shelley's love life, Harriet Pressbrook. In August 1811, Shelley eloped with Harriet Westbrook, a 16 years old woman whose parents had explicitly forbidden her from seeing her. His love for her centers on the hope that he can save her from suicide. Harriet asks for divorce to Shelley due of Mary's pregnant. Then in 1816 she is committed suicide. Mary Wollstonecraft. She is the famous feminist novelist who also created Frankenstein, the daughter of Godwin, after Harriet's death. They got married. Afterwards, Mary's pregnant. They moved to Marlow after everything's done. Yeah, next to Shelley's date. On 8th of July, 1822, Shelley sank as the ship with her schooner returned from Livorno to Lerici. He is reported as an accident, yet some speculation that he is being killed due of his political beliefs. Shelley's ashes are interred in the Protestant cemetery in Rome. More than a century later, he is immortalized in Pat's Corner in Westminster Abbey. Shelley's body was creamed on the beach in Viareggio, where it washed ashore. Next to the author's era is the second point. Beginning in Europe, about 1800, the Romantic period, also known as the Romantic era, was an artistic, literary, musical, and philosophical movement by way of Romantic thinkers. It affected liberalism, radicalism, conservatism, and even nationalism. The visual arts, music, and literature were the most strongly represented, although history, education, chess, social sciences, and natural sciences all had a considerable impact. Literary revolution occurred with social and economic transformations throughout the Romantic period. The Romantic era is referred to as the Age of Revolutions in various literary histories. People's lives were ruled by the laws of a free market, which were developed by economist Adam Smith in his book Wealth of Nations in 1776. At the same time, there was a shift in the power balance. The Industrial Revolution coincided with political up- up- upheavals. In fact, during the majority of the Romantic period, Britain was at war, resulting in a political instability. And next, socialist work journey. Uh, the first in 1813, Charles wrote Queen Mab, inspiring from Elizabeth Kitchener, inspiring a philosophical poem. This poem was written early in Shelley's career and serves as a foundation to his theory of revolution. It is his first major poem. In his work, he depicts a two-approach revolt involving necessary change, brought by both nature and the virtuousness of humans. And the second, there are Shelley create a laser, 720 lines poem which is recognized as his major work in 1815. Alastor, or the Spirit of Solitude, is a poem written from 10 September to 14 December and first published in 1816. The poem was without a title when Shelley passed it along to his contemporary and friend, Thomas Love Peacock. Peacock suggested the name Alastor, which comes from Roman mythology. Peacock has defined Alastor as evil genius. The name doesn't refer to the hero or path of the poem, however, but instead to the point, to the spirit who divinely animates the poet's imagination. And the third, the Revolt of Islam is about political themes and about religion in general. The poem was originally published under the title Lawan and Chitna, or The Revolution of the Golden City, a vision of the 19th century by Charles and James Ollier in December 1817. The plot centers on two characters named Lawan and Chitna, inhabitants of Argolis under Ottoman rule who initiates a revolution against its despotic rule despite its title. The poem is not focused on Islam as a specific religion, though the general subject of religion is addressed, and the work draws on Orientalist archetypes and themes. The work is a symbolic parable on liberation and revolutionary idealism following the disillusionment of the French Revolution. And number four, Music When Soft Voices Die, is a major poem by Shelley, written in 1821 and first published in Posthumous Poems of Percy Bysshe Shelley in 1824 in London by John and Henry Elhan, with a preface by Mary Shelley. The poem is one of the most anthologized, influential, and well-known of Shelley's works. The famous sonnet poem Ozymandias in 1818, Shelley wrote the poem in friendly competition with his friend and fellow poet Horace Smith, who also wrote a sonnet on the same topic with the same title. The poem explores the fate of history and the ravage of time. Even the greatest men and the empires they forged are impermanent. Their legacies faded to decay into oblivion. Next to Ode to the West Wind is an ode written in 1819. It was originally published in 1820 by Charles in London as part of the collection Prometheus Unbound, a lyrical drama in 4 acts with other poems. And the last vindication of the natural diet contains vegetarianism and animals not right. It was first written as part of the Notes to Queen Mab, which was privately printed in 1813. Later in the same year, the essay was separately published as a pamphlet. Okay, next to the picture of Shelley's work. So these are some of picture of Shelley's work. Next to intrinsic element, and I choose one of Shelley's works is The Revolt of Islam. Despite its title, the poem is not focused on Islam as a specific religion, though the general subject of religion is addressed, and the work is a symbolic parable on liberation and revolutionary idealism following the disillusionment of the French Revolution. And The Revolt of Islam, a poem in 12 cantos in 1818, consisting of 4,818 lines. The poem is in Spenserian stanzas, with each stanza containing 9 lines, in total 8 lines in iambic pentameter, followed by a single Alexandrine line in iambic hexameter. The rhyme pattern is ABABBCBCC. It was written in the spring and summer of 1817. The poem has a dedication to Mary Shelley, comprising a verse by George Chapman and an original 14 stanza poem. So the conclusion, one such legendary author was Percy Bysshe Shelley in 1792 until 1822. Percy Bysshe Shelley is the prominent romantic poet in British and one of the respected poets in the 19th century. He is best known for lyrical and long form of his works. It was said that since childhood, Shelley already had a critical and intelligent thinking, so that in the process of maturation, Shelley grows as a writer who tends to romantic themes because it is formed by circumstances and backgrounds that have a history of oppression and cultural conflicts that occur globally. In the study of Shelley's biography and works, it can be concluded that this study can be used as a literary reference and as a test material for the development of English literature and literacy. So everyone, that's all about Percy Bysshe Shelley. So thank you for watching, and the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.